my favorite chains as well. I would love to welcome Kouga on the stage for his keynote.
Test. Hello, hello. Is everything working? Perfect. Thank you. Welcome to the presentation. Solana is taking on the internet. It's just a headline to make you ask some question why and why is Solana doing great thing at the moment. So we'll see how is Solana scaling at fast pace. I'm just going to do this because I hear that it's hitting the thing. So first of all, if you're coming into Solana, you should join the community right away. Wait, I think I hear some things, so I'm just going to take this out. So here. Oh, it's okay. Perfect. So when you're coming into Solana, your first step, you definitely should join the community because, as most of you know, our community is one of the greatest out on all the blockchains. One thing that is characteristic of our community is definitely our resilience. We went through a lot of different things. You may know, you may have heard of FTX. We had Solana Summer, people were there, people stayed during the FTX crash. We went through a lot. We went through a lot of FUDs, especially fake news, like saying that we have an on and off button to turn on the blockchain. We had a lot of struggle by being trustworthy in front of the whole Web3 community. So that made Solana quite special. But we stayed here. We had a lot of different things doing all across the world. And one thing that we have been doing is event. Every single year we have more than 50 events all around the world in different countries. Could be in Hong Kong, could be in Europe, could be in Canada. You have your community everywhere in the world. And we have more than 30 countries represented in Solana. And we'll see in the next slide how do we represent countries in Solana. So you all know that we have different entities. We have Solana Foundation, we have Solana Labs, we have Solana Mobile, we have Solana University. Solana is super large, and one of the entities that is one of the most interesting for the scaling in the world and in the community is Super Team. So what's Super Team? Super Team is, in simple words, original activation of your Solana community in the world. So you might be in France, you might be in Turkey, you might be in Germany, you might be Canada, Mexico, wherever in the world you'll have your community, and at one point when your community is becoming important enough, you'll have a team that will be created to activate, have events, do things, hackathons, do things around what's your regional energy. And each country has its own energy. For example, in Turkey, they are super based on developers. In Germany, they have a lot of hackathons. The community is quite good. The same in UK. And we recently just launched the Super Team France. And this, you might have seen it with the baguette. But all around, you don't just have regular event where you go, you drink, you have some parties and all. The goal of these super teams is definitely to activate over your simple community. Because if you have and hold great events, interesting ones, you'll cap the attention of institutionals, of big brands, and they will be super interested on, oh, you have a great Web3 community in your country. Maybe we should be around and check how it works and maybe do things together. So I definitely suggest you to join one of your community if you're a super team community, if you're in one of the countries that has one at the moment. Next one, you need to have some money to start, of course. And that's how it works. You want to start your project, you want to be part of it, you want to be a builder, you need some money to start your project. So us on Solana, we have different ways to work it out. At first, we were the only one to give grant. So it was not the best thing to have only one entity to give grants. So what we've done is that we literally decentralized the grant funds by having different entities and different ways to give you money to answer what you're looking for in a precise way. So this is the logo of Superteam that I just talked right before, and you can get like Instagrams from Superteam with a lower amount. That could be $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, but you will get the money pretty fast if you answer what Superteam Instagram needs, and you can start your journey with a few money easily. Second one, if you're really interested into joining a community, being around people that like are into NFTs, you can join the Monkey DAO, and it's called Build with Monkey. And if you join this community, you definitely have people that will be able to help you all around with different things. Maybe you're just someone who's based on marketing, communication, strategy, and you don't have any dev knowledge, something that I don't have as well. And you'll find people in the Monkey DAO helping you all around, gathering the money that you need, gathering the info that you need, and that's definitely a way to join the Solana community. And it's super cheap to join. It's 2 Sol, and you can be in one of the most important DAO on Solana. So that's another way to get your funds. Another one, which is Cubic, that might not be the one that is the well-known. And Cubic is definitely one of the most interesting one. Cubic has partnerships, and they work it the way that it's a quadratic funding. So that means they have a base of money that they will distribute among a batch of project that needs grant. And anyone who wants to like fund a project, let's say you want to give like $10, $20, $50 to a project that you like and you want to see like growing on Solana, and they have a bunch of money behind, you'll give $10, and in the end it will result in giving like $50 or $100 because it fits what the funds that they have in their treasury. And I think that's a pretty interesting way to give money to any project that you like. One that is super quick, RPGFs. It's just that we're looking for people that could like answer some needs for the foundation, and it's retroactive, so that means you can do it and then come towards us and ask for the money that we give for the RPGFs. So that's the easiest one for, it's basically based for developers and people that could help us quickly on something. And us, I'm in the grant team at the Solana Foundation, and we work it in a different way. Us, we try to give money to a higher amount for projects, and also for public goods projects. We have an average of $40K per grant, and we want to give to mid to long-term project instead. So now that you have most of the keys to start your journey with funds, you can definitely choose between all of them and start your journey. So now you joined the community, you are trying to get your money, so what's next? Learn about the different tools that are on Solana. That's, for me, one of the most important things. We have a lot of different tools that no one really know how it works. And I'll start with the most easiest one, state of compression. It definitely reduces your cost of minting NFTs and doing more with them. So the real question behind that is, why would I reduce the cost beside the financial aspect of it? You definitely could get some user acquisition and go to market with state of compression. Because we always talk about like fees, people should pay fees, things like this. And I think that's not the way we should think about it right away. I think brand, project, and companies should like take care of the fees and do not let like user to pay the fees, so that way anyone around you can try your project, can try what you've been building for free, and they don't have like to spend $1 or $2. You might think that $1 or $2 is not a lot, but they can like definitely create a trash wallet, and then behind try your project with a trash wallet just to make sure that it's going perfectly. And so as you can see, it's super cheap to mint 100 million NFTs for $1,000, and to reach 100 million NFTs minted on your platform, it's something that is reachable but hard if you're not giving yourself in the project. So spending $1,000 just to mint NFTs for your community, I think it's way super worthy. So now that we're going to pay for the project, the user, sorry, how do you want to onboard people, and especially non-Solana user? You can use TipLink. And TipLink is one of my favorite projects as well. You can log on a wallet with your Google account, which is the way of using Web3 and Solana projects a lot. Like, you could definitely ask someone, everyone here, I can bet, has an email and could log on TipLink super easily. You could send on-chain transaction with a Solana address, with a Google account, with a QR code. Like, you definitely unlock a lot of possibilities for people by just connecting with a Google address. And one thing I want to go on, maybe might be a hot take, and I know that some people are like, oh, it's very important. People that are not in Web3 don't care about decentralization. They just care about how you should make it simple for them. So the less friction you have on your project, the better. And we just deleted 2 ways of using a project: having money on your wallet and having to understand what's a wallet, what's a seed phrase, keeping it in your seed phrase catcher, I don't know how we call it. And now you can definitely start your project with these 2 tools that are already available on Solana. Let's check another one. I know that all of you have been using Twitter, and you can see here something that is quite new that has been shared in the last few weeks. Blink. What's Blink? Blink is definitely a way to introduce Web3 on Twitter and make it super easy for everyone to buy, spend, mint, or transfer anything to someone on Twitter. Or all you have to do is tweet with a link that is special, and you can see that you can buy now by just clicking here and accepting the transaction on Twitter right away, which is a super easy way to work it out as well. And I think it enables more ways for people to use socials, because we use socials as a way to communicate, but there is a lot of different ways to use it as well. I can think about social games. You can definitely go beyond the social aspect of just communicating and think about how I'm just sharing news and all. Twitter is becoming like a playground for projects, but we haven't seen one yet. I know that we are giving away $400K in grants for projects that are using Blink at the moment, so I suggest you to go and check. It's super interesting. And then that's a way to catch corporate, institutionals, and all. And it's time for bonds. And I can bet that most of you don't know what's bond. You never heard of it. And bonds is super simple. It's a loyalty program on-chain where you can use other tools that are, for me, super undervalued, like SBTs, XP for NFTs, some different tools that no one really uses as its full potential, and I understand why, because we're definitely in a market where we're still super young and people don't want to really understand what's blockchain, what's Web3. So Bonds is quite new and not known by everyone, but it enables you to create a user profile on your project, so that people are like more loyal to you. They want to grow their personality. They want to grow what they've been doing with you the whole time. So that's another way to use Solana. And this is only 4 of the tools that exist on Solana. I wanted to share them because, as I said, that's a way to start your journey. You definitely have a lot of tools. You can find most of the tools on solana.com, no, solana.org, sorry. And you can start by like, oh, okay, so I need this, I need that. And I suggest people to, when you start a project, think about how can I reduce the friction and how to make it super seamless for people to use your project. Because the more steps you have on your project, the harder it will be to have that user retention, even the user acquisition. You got to think about your go-to-market and think about the impact that you will have behind the usage of these tools. There is like a project that exists on Solana, which is called Vault Music, where all the thing that you have is download the app on Google Play or Apple Play Store. You just have to connect yourself with your mail account, and then behind you can mint and like by scanning a QR code or clicking on any link. And that's the type of project that I value a lot, because in 3 steps, I literally can make someone mint their first NFT without like knowing what's a wallet, what's an address, what's a transaction. Like all of this knowledge for everyone is super simple for us because we use it every single day. But for me, the words are super important. So for example, when you use maybe NFTs with someone, it will sound maybe not something great. You gotta use the best words, and that's why in 3 steps you can make someone go into Web3 by download, connect, scan. Anyone can do it here. Anyone in your family can do it as well. So that's the way we are valuing projects on Solana. Of course, a little disclaimer as well, it doesn't work with every type of project. It works with the easiest one that you can have on your phone, because everyone has one, like maybe gaming projects that you don't have to create a whole layer that is hard to understand. But of course, we still have room to grow in DeFi, for example, that may be a bit harder for everyone to understand and go onto it. But when you start your journey on Solana, you can definitely come and take advantage of everything. And the community is super welcoming, and you can definitely find a way to start easily and grow your thing, as long as you want to do it correctly on Solana. Here are my contact information. You have my Twitter, my Telegram, and my LinkedIn. I just want to finish on something. Solana has been going through a lot, but we're here. We're going to be here. Everyone is starting to realize that we have some super interesting thing. We changed our policy, I would say, and we're starting to giving way more to the community. We were in charge, as I've showed, we were in charge of giving grants alone. Now we have 6 different entities. We had a lot of events that were made by the Solana events team. We had 25 official events in a year, and now we only have 5, but the budget transitioned to the community. Community can ask for a grant to create their own event all around the world, and since February, there was not a single day without a Solana event in the world, and sometimes you even have one in Canada while there is one in Hong Kong. So wherever you are in the world, you can start doing it for free, not having to spend thousands, and join any community that you want. And for any type of question, you can definitely reach out to me, and I hope I teach you and learn you some cool news about Solana. Thank you.
Big shout out to